adventure.
Welcome back to Lake Calamita, or as we often call her, the Calamity. For those of you just tuning in, after I spent a few weeks time traveling editing old Nepal footage,
She's trying to kill me.
This is our true north, our magnet, the project that has required every ounce of creativity, grit, and industrial-grade sarcasm we possess. We're Nexxtleft. We're fabricators who build things to last, primarily for the theme parks. But an essential part of who we are as the Eureka team is our obsession with repurposing. We are rarely consumers in the American sense. The challenge here isn't just rebuilding a structure with massive rot, it's doing it with almost nothing new. Like salvaged 14-gauge Romex from our old house flips. We find it on the curb, we make it work. It's harder, it's slower, but that struggle is what we sign up for. It's always an adventure. We've been partners in life and business for 24 years. We survived Disney's artist prep department and we build impossible things for a living. But this rotten camper, it has been the hardest test of our marriage. The biggest lesson hasn't been in painting or color theory, two things I can handle blindfolded. It's been in communication. Cory and I work in separate but deeply intertwined specialties. I'm a master of color paint and finding the perfect repurposed vision for literal junk. Cory understands the systems, the structural, the mechanical, the electrical. This renovation is a perfect storm for miscommunication because everything overlaps. And for the last year, whenever Cory would bring me an electrical problem, the discussion would inevitably turn into what felt like a quiet communication beatdown. He'd ask for my input and then spend 10 minutes explaining why my instinct wouldn't work for the 12-volt system. This little clip here is the moment I finally broke that pattern. I refused to engage in his area of expertise. It's December 5th, and Cory has come in and got me from my video editing and brought me back out to Lake Calamita because he says he wants my ideas. I have none, but I will give him support and help him feel confident in his ideas.
Careful where you're stepping. We got a spaghetti mess.
You are not kidding.
All right.
So,
Come over here. So we're trying to get wiring in places that are most convenient for
convenience.
Most convenient for convenience. Where do you think the best place is to have 120 service for the front area?
What was your idea?
I'm having to scale it back quite a bit just because of the overall amperage and voltage drops and just what we can actually do.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about how many things I can do on the circuit, but still make it to where it's easily accessible and not overloading certain appliances for certain things, but also trying to utilize, if those appliances aren't being used at the time, where else can we use power? My biggest thought right now is that this is going to be a pretty big hub of activity, and so it's probably good to have at least some power running up to the front.
I think that's probably a good idea because we'll probably sit here with our laptop on rainy days and maybe watch movies or...
So the main, obviously the power distribution center is to the left of the stove. We're going to have a GFI plug in the bathroom and bridging that off to maybe this front outside outlet.
Okay.
the 2 beds, and then possibly an outlet underneath the fridge right here at the entry.
Okay.
I'm not sure because I'm not sure if I'm going to daisy chain it, or not daisy chain it, but link it in to that circuit, or just link it into the refrigerator circuit, because the refrigerator pulls like not even 3 amps, which is amazing how little it pulls whenever the AC pulls 20.
Yeah.
Or the microwave pulls 15. The fridge is only pulling not even 3.
Right.
So I would like to be able to use that circuit for other things, that within reason.
Okay.
So I have a little bit of a voltage drop running at 15 feet or so. It'll probably be a 20-foot length overall with the entire circuit. So you lose about 1.5 amps. I think that's the math. So probably just doing one outlet up here somewhere, but I'm not too sure where. If I run it up and over, that's increasing my length to where I'm having an additional voltage drop that I just don't want to. I don't want to have that cost.
So before there was an outlet there on the sink.
Yeah. Which is somewhat easily accessible. I don't like it being that close to a water activity. I mean, we're going to have the GFI already in the bathroom that's next to the sink there, but if I can, I'd like to move it in a little bit more of a convenient place.
Okay.
And so my thought was somewhere along here, probably the most ideal is going to be that corner where the gorilla hand is, or thereabouts.
Okay.
And I just don't know what that's going to look like if I want to mount it flush, flat face up on this. It can get dirt, debris down in there, and it's not easy to clean out, so it's probably best for it to be on its side like a normal wall outlet. But we don't have a normal place to put that there, so thoughts?
My thought is that you have what you want to do, and every time I suggest anything, I'm told why it doesn't work. So do what it is that you want to do, and I will support your decision.
The reason why I do this is I want you to give me reasons why I shouldn't do it that way. Is there a reason why?
But why? Because then you're going to spend time convincing me that I am wrong for saying you shouldn't do it that way. I can't win in this. I am here to support you.
Okay. So tell me why I shouldn't put it over there.
I'm not going to.
Right.
I don't know why you feel the need to do this to me. You don't know why you need to do it to me.
I'm looking for input.
No, you're not. You're not looking for input because that's not what you want. So I have no idea how to interact with you in one of these situations. I tried. I said, well, the old one was over here.
Yeah.
And you have your reasons why you don't want it there. I don't care where it goes. That's what it comes down
I guess
to.
we can put it over there.
Oh, don't do that now because you don't want it there because there's water.
I don't want it there.
So
if
stop.
you want it there, we can
No.
put it there.
What I am pointing out to you is how you ask me. And I point out, well, it used to be here. And then it turns into, you know where you want it. Just tell me where you want it and we'll put it there. I mean, seriously.
Well, and it was put there. It was not put there originally. it was an add-on that somebody did later.
Okay.
So I'm just...
I don't care.
Okay, never mind then.
I can't win.
No, I'm trying to include you in on this. I'm trying to get input for what you think is going to watch out there. So. Jeez.
This has been the whole camper, and you try to draw me into something and make an argument, and it's mental work, it's emotional work.
Yes, it is.
It's torture.
Yes, it is.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
All right, I'll figure it out, I guess.
Always an adventure. It's a classic Calamity moment, isn't it? But you know what? That refusal to engage, that simple act of stepping back and saying, "You are the expert. I trust you." It was our true north. I stopped trying to shove my square peg design input into his round hole electrical problem. Once I backed off, he was free to design the system right, even working with this mixed bag of salvaged 14-gauge Romex. The guy absolutely nailed the placement of every single plug and switch. It's clean, it's genius, and it's secure.
Hello.
Hello. It's Sunday, December 14th. I'm doing well. I am coming out to get an update from you because I have been busy doing some of our Bhutan trip planning and video editing from a trip back in 2016 because we got too busy after that.
It's been slow.
It hasn't really. I think you've accomplished a lot. It's just not all eye candy.
Yeah. It's just sorting out the different lengths of Romex that we have, so we're not going and buying new stuff. We've talked about this before, so just figuring out what we have, making sure the runs are clean and they're not chewed up in any way. And
since some of the other runs did have a few rat chewings on them.
Yeah, most of that was on the 12 volt, which I've been starting some of the 12 volt stuff too.
So let me see a little bit of some of your planning and some of your work. All right, so talk me through all of this.
So most of this is for the 120 shore power, whenever you're
plugged in at a campground.
Plugged in at a campground or whatever. So we got a plug here for whoever's bunking there for a laptop or whatever. One up there too. And what I'll probably do is punch a hole and do 12 volt little USB port. So you can do both. Slow charge. If we have a solar system set or something like that.
Eventually,
with that's battery.
That's the hope.
Yeah. And then this one here is the junction for tying in all of that. It also goes to the outside exterior plug. That will be tied into the bathroom and all set on a GFI.
Okay.
So that way, if there's any water or anything, either in the bathroom, outside, or laying in bed, who knows. Then this is a separate run here. That's for the refrigerator. There's the refrigerator plug. I'm not happy with the orientation, but it'll be what it is.
It's going to be hidden because in here will be the pantry and the drawers and the rest of our storage here, so you won't see it.
That up. And then some of the 12 volt is starting to run this way here.
Nice.
So this plug here is also pigtailed off of the refrigerator, just so we're using, because the refrigerator one only does like 3 amps, I think, max, even at startup. So you've got Each one of these runs is 15 amps, so you've got another 9 amps or so that you can run a fan. Maybe if
space heater,
maybe a
possibly.
space heater, maybe if it's a low voltage one. And then here's some of the rest of the runs for the 12 volt. So this ties in to the lights up top, this light outside, and I'm just getting that wired in and cleaned up. Also with that, running the electric, figuring out how we're going to keep the refrigerator from hopping off its stand. So I built this tray bracket. So this is going to go up against the wall. That way it holds the refrigerator down. Hopefully I don't have to do anything to screw it in, because we'll screw in the feet of the refrigerator. So this will just kind of keep it from hopping, on swaying back and forth on the top side, and then
The feet will keep it.
Keep it immobilized there. So hopefully that's going to be good enough.
Very good. For the switch, didn't you build the box down there for the switch?
Oh, yes.
The frame.
Yeah, this is going to frame out and go on this. See, it's almost the same size there. And then that'll probably just sit up here, and I'll probably put a back on it and run it through a PVC pipe or something, just to kind of keep it away from everything. Yeah, trailers don't really have that type of regulation, so it doesn't matter too much. but because it's completely open, and it's not even in a drawer behind a cabinet, so I'd at least like to put it in something.
I think that's wise.
We'll do a cutout here and move this over to where this is protected too, and probably just caulk it in, maybe. That way it stays away. So back over here. So all of those run through a piece of PVC down here underneath in between the axles, right up against the bottom of the floor, outside, and they come up through here.
And before they didn't have anything.
They didn't have anything. They just ran all the way around underneath the tub, through the bathroom, all through here, and there's just so much moisture and everything that it just, it's such a long run all the way around.
And it took up some of your storage space because it was just willy-nilly.
So hopefully this is a little bit cleaner, makes a little more sense. I've got everything labeled here, tying in some of the bathroom stuff here. Have one that started for the microwave. I still have a few more things to run in here, and I might run another 110, 120 volt that way. And then I've got 12 volt to run through the cabinets too, for lighting and for maybe little charge ports for LED strip lights, or plugging in a phone or something like that if you really need it. So.
In all honesty, most of these things can't all be plugged in at the same time, but it just gives us versatility to be able to, it's a camper and you're doing multiple
things in different
It's
areas.
not just a bedroom, it's a kitchen, it's a bathroom,
And I could run, 2 or 3 outlets and be fine with it, but then you might have to run an extension. Then you're tripping over the extension cord or something like that. So if I go ahead and do the time, build it in now, and then we know that our service is only 30 amp. Well, if you run in the air conditioner's 19 amps, and then if you want to run the microwave is 15 amps. You're going to blow something if you have those two
going at the same time. So you're going to have to remind me to turn off the air conditioner before I heat anything in the microwave.
Yeah, which we shouldn't really be running the AC
too much.
Anyway.
Get it cooled down and leave it there.
And it's a 20-something-year-old AC. It might end up going out, and for $800, $900, you can get a much more efficient one.
That's true. And
that might be something we upgrade later. But until then...
Later.
Everything's later. So.
Well, anyway, I think it's a good idea to wait till it breaks, because this camper already has has been much more of an expense than
what we were expecting.
Yeah.
So I shall have one more 110, 120 run to the front, and I might put something out there and then something coming up by this bed and that corner.
Cool.
And then I can start tying all this together to our power supply that's right here.
Yay.
Which is not staying there, it's going to be back up there.
Obviously, because whoever's sleeping in this bed would not want to sleep with the electrical.
The spaghetti monster.
Yes.
Going to be that. And then I can really start running my 12-volt systems everywhere.
Cool. Exciting. This is why we're polymaths. Always curious, always learning. Sometimes the hardest lesson is learning when not to contribute. That's what 24 years of partnership looks like. The Calamity is rough, but that magnet still points us home.
Yeah, so that's kind of it for now.
I think that's plenty for now. We've had other things going on. It's getting close to the holiday season. So night before last, we had dinner with friends, which was a wonderful.
That was nice.
We celebrated a lot of things with successturta, however they say it. Norwegian success cake.
Yes.
That's what I took for dessert because
that was nice.
They had a lot to celebrate, and we were celebrating our last finished project with Nexxtleft, and they kind of knew about all of that. So it was a good night. I needed that.
I did too.
And then we're back to work on this monstrosity.
Yes.
Le Calamita. Now, next time, while I'm dealing with UniqueTrex.com, finalizing Bhutan logistics or planning activities in Kolkata, and he's diving into the plumbing, I guarantee that'll be an adventure. Make sure you hit subscribe and check out the full Le Calamita playlist to see the rot we started with. Is she always an adventure?
She's always,
Always, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's it for this Le Calamita update. We're so glad you hung out with us. If you enjoy unique projects like this, you need to explore the rest of our channel. We're not just about flipping this RV. We're all about adventure, creativity, incredible food, and turning trash to treasure. We've got videos on our travels all over the world, our deep love for animal conservation, and fun DIY projects that cover everything from house flipping, RV renovation, to furniture flipping. We even have a bunch of videos showcasing our personal artwork. And for those who love a good theme, you'll find our passion for cooking, party planning, and theming in videos of themed dinners and cake decorating. I even FaceTime cook with my 88-year-old dad once a month. If you've got a curious brain, our channel is definitely the place for you. Hit the subscribe button, explore our travel and renovation playlist, and we'll catch you on our next adventure.